All right, so creating superstitions with the e-collar, or also known as act of God corrections. So, like in the Southwest, they'll take a bag of rattlesnakes, put it on the ground. Dog comes up, sniffs it, and they'll just blow the dog up with the e-collar, like 100, whatever, highest setting. Boom! You know, and the dog develops a superstition about the sound of and smell of rattlesnakes and never go near them again. Okay, see what he's doing right now? Oreo, no, off. I want to give Oreo expanded freedom. He's going to be here for a bit. Oreo, no, off. Good boy. But he gets into stuff. He's like a little monkey critter. Look, he just wants to go around. He'll make a mess. He's just kind of like a little chimp inside. So I that's it. Like, I'm getting a camera and he's getting it. No, off, buddy. He's getting a couple act of God corrections when he goes up on the counter. Not at 100. I'll do it at like 2, maybe 3 times his normal setting, which is pretty high, you know. And I never do this with dogs. I'll do it a little bit with scavenging sometimes. But I don't like it. I feel really guilty and bad. But you know what? Fuck it. It's time. This one is definitely getting one. Now, his problem is he's one of my older dogs, but he goes around all the dogs' kennels and he sniffs because he wants their food. And I notice, like, the dogs will be pissed at him for a couple of days and they go back to liking him. And I catch him doing it all the time, and I realized the Oreo just snarked him a little bit. And I realized, I was like, wait a second. It's because he's going around their fucking kennels. So he's getting an act of God correction for doing that, and I'm going to get rid of the behavior. Just fucking traumatize him. And really, you shouldn't really do this. I don't think. I mean, the counter stuff, if it's like he's really bad with it, but you should really reserve it for stuff that is like behaviors that, generally speaking, can get them killed. I'm not a fan of high levels with the e-collar. Like I can't really think of too many any examples really where I've done it in the past or where I think it's a good idea. Emergencies maybe, stuff like that, but this would be a planned kind of thing that I actually haven't done before. I guess I've done it with scavenging a little bit, but this would be the first time I'm really going to implement it with these two, and I think it's justified because he's going to get his ass killed. Like, Dewey will be pissed at him for a couple of days. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I know it's because he's getting into stuff. And then this one, you know, Oreo, no, off. See? So it's a choice between he can just sit in his crate for the next 2 or 3 months when I'm not around. That sucks for him. Or he can go through a little trauma and stop with the bullshit. Because look, he's a little critter. Come here, you little critter. So he knows I'm mad at him because he just snarked Butchie. Anyway, so act of God corrections, creating extinction with the e-collar. Not my favorite thing to do. Deep down, no matter what, I'm a bit of a softie, believe it or not. But this would be an example of a higher level correction in general, which I'm not a fan of, which I think is justified, and something I almost never do with the e-collar, where I think it's justified. So I'm not necessarily telling you to do that. In fact, dog owners, I don't really think you should. But it's an example of when, like, more intense corrections might be warranted. Because these are safety issues. Because I don't want you going up and eating something that'll kill you. Look, he's so freaky. You're so weird. Oh, he stinks too. I love it.